Foot pain is a common problem for many people, especially the older we get.
Acupuncturist Margaret Landry is here to talk with us today about how acupuncture and other treatments may help decrease the foot pain that you may be having. So welcome back to the show. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Do you want to start with some of your props and talk about what acupuncture can do with foot pain? Or?
Okay. Well, as you know, you've heard this before. There are meridians on the body, and they begin or end in the feet, a lot of them, not all of them. And so you can treat foot pain almost anywhere on the body. You could treat it directly on the feet, or you could treat it on the hand. Foot pain is kind of a tough problem for a lot of people, and there are lots of reasons why people have foot pain. There can be neuropathy, there can be bunions, and for bunions, a lot of times people are not walking and distributing their weight in a way that is healthy for their feet. And so what they do is they have their feet turned out. So their heel hits first, and then your shoe tends to wear out there first, and then they roll off this joint instead of rolling off the center of the ball of the foot. So in Chinese medicine terms, you know, the meridians are not aligned because the feet are turned out. And so what happens is when you have that kind of stress coming into the toe, you have calcification, which then becomes a bunion over time.
So what am I doing with my hands to help treat my foot pain?
Well, there are points on the hands that treat the foot pain. We at one time talked about how, you know, if you're on a teeter-totter, it's easier to push this side down than to push this side up. Well, and in Chinese medicine, it's not just this way, but it's also tilted this way. So here's the foot. So if your right foot is a problem, you treat your left hand.
Oh.
So, haha, tricky.
I'm going to guess if it's the left foot that's the pain, the right hand's the one to treat.
Exactly, exactly.
We learned.
Nice job.
Yes.
How common is it that people are coming to you for foot pain, though?
It's pretty common. I've had a lot of foot pain people coming to me. And because there are so many stresses on the feet, you know, a quarter of the bones in the body are in the feet. There are, you know, probably over 100 tendons, ligaments, and muscles. And so if things are not aligned properly, it's very hard to shift things. And if you are wearing shoes with a hard shank all the time, then your arch will fall eventually because your arch is a muscle, basically, and you need to exercise that muscle. So part of what I do in trying to help patients is to teach them things they can do to help themselves at home. Including pressing on, you know, the hands in certain areas to treat different joints, especially the feet, can be very helpful. I also have a number of different, like these. This is a foot soak, and so with a foot soak, you can reduce inflammation, and you can drain the excess fluid, etc., by heating up the foot and having those herbs do their job.
So when they're coming in for this foot pain and maybe you're doing treatments on the hand, maybe it's directly on the foot, do they notice then kind of a little bit of relief right away, or how often do they have to keep coming back?
You know, it varies a lot. I had one person recently who had toe pain, and I showed her this just kind of in passing, and the next day she told me it helped.
Wow.
But, it, you know, with anything, with acupuncture, it works with your body's own healing capacity. So the more you are able to do things to take care of yourself, including changing diet, maybe a little bit to reduce inflammation, and get consistent care, you can make progress. It's more difficult if you have multiple chronic illnesses, etc., and not much healing capacity, because acupuncture kind of triggers and focuses the healing capacity.
Good stuff. How can people get a hold of you if they want to reach out to you and get a consultation or come see you?
Well, 218-289-7384, call or text. I'll be doing a Happier Feet workshop in January, and so if you want to ask about that, that's good. My address is 1020 South Washington, and web acupuncture-grand-forks.com.
And
Say it one more time. Acupuncture what?
-grand-forks.com should be on the screen.
And I love that you're doing that in January because a lot of people start new workout routines in January. They're going to be on their feet a lot, using them differently, so it's the perfect time for them
Exactly.
to
When
see
people
you.
start to work out, all kinds of things can go wrong. So,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
All right, stay with us. We'll be wrapping things up right after this.